to heed the Spirit of God. For example, before I moved into my home and dance center, there were 3 other places that I was willing to move forward with. I told God, I'm willing to move forward with it if you want to move it forward. The first opportunity, so I thought, which I loved, the potential landlords were completely inflexible to the point of completely unreasonable, and the lawyer that I was strongly encouraged to hire actually dissuaded me many times because of the inflexibility. And in the end, I really heeded to that. Thank God for that, because that wasn't the place that God had for me. So you see, God puts people into place. God put a close friend in my life who was the one who recommended that lawyer. And so when he first told me, I really felt it was the Lord, and I continued forward. But then after weeks of them not budging and us not moving forward, it really wasn't moving forward. So that was God's person he put. And actually, the man completely waived all the fees. He wouldn't even take money from me because his integrity was more important, the lawyer. Then the second place that I wanted to move forward with, the woman decided to sell. She wasn't going to rent it. I was going to put down 2 dance floors there. The third place was a place in a prime area that it was a bit run down. And my donor hadn't gotten back to me, and I had to move. I stayed to the very last day on my lease, where I'd been living the last 11 years with 3 previous landlords at the same place. I was miraculously living there all of that time, and my donor had not gotten back to me. And so I could not move forward with that, and I was forced to move into a guest house at a monastery, which was the most wonderful retreat of my life. And lived in a room with my things surrounding me and going, God, how could you let this happen? From like a 2-bedroom made into a 3-bedroom that I had been in, that I had moved into this one room. And I had about 3/4 of my things out of friends now, and 1/4, which seemed like 3/4 in the small room that I was in. Anyway, I was on the way to my dance watch one day that I'd been teaching at almost 11 years. And, I'm 5'4", I'm not tall, I'm average, I guess, for a woman. And I'm walking along on the other side of the street of the apartment and center that I'm in now. And suddenly, I just looked up and I saw the for rent sign. There's no reason that I would have looked up like that, but the Spirit of God just had me look up. I wasn't even looking in that place. It had not even occurred to me, and that lease was signed in 3 days. So the moral of the story is, pay attention to all the signs. And if things are not moving forward, there's a reason. And if you don't have peace in your spirit every step of the way, do not push it, because God knows what he is doing. His timing is perfect. And little checks become huge checks. Don't ignore even the smallest check in your spirit. The smallest little, like, tilt. Don't ignore it. God knows what he's doing, so it's so important. Listen to the Spirit of God, and you will be in safekeeping. God bless you from the city of the great King, Yerushalayim.